Hello everyone and welcome to the Pageant Perspective Podcast. I'm your host Candice, as you know. Just a big thank you to our subscribers and everyone that likes and comments on our page, and to others, please do support us. We really do appreciate it. Today I'm here with two very lovely ladies who are fitness enthusiasts. They believe in mind and body, and they are here to share their experiences with us today. Monica and Janine, welcome.
Thank you so much, Candice, for having us.
It's a great pleasure. Janine, can I start with you? Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes, good day, everyone. My name is Janine De Wee. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and a grandmother, by the way. Mm-hmm. And I live here in Alberton, all the way from Brackenhurst. All I can say to you guys today is that I want to say that I am here to explain to you how you can transform your body, because I'm a body transformation coach. I'm also the founder of Gym Girls. Mm-hmm. And I must say that it's not an easy task to work with women, Candice, because they have all different body types and experiences and their wishes and demands are all different. And I must say, to be a coach and be able to transform people's lives, it's not an easy task, but it's my passion, it's my purpose, it's what drives me. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad to say that as the founder of Gym Girls, we are now celebrating 4 years of Gym Girls, and what an experience by changing lives of women in overall.
That's beautiful. Thank you. And then over to Monica.
Hi everybody, my name is Monica Challens. I am part of Gym Girls. I've been a gym girl for 3 years now. On the normal day, I am a wife, I am a mummy, I am a glammy, and I'm also residing in the Alberton area. And I'm also a full-time, I also work full-time, besides many other hobbies that I have.
Okay, thank you, Monica. So, okay, Janine, we'll go over to you. So, Gym Girls is your baby, am I right?
Yeah, I am the founder of Gym Girls. Mm-hmm.
And then can you tell us where, so you say, because you love fitness, obviously, we know that you really do like fitness. I am
passionate about fitness, Candice. I think if I can train in my sleep, I'll do that.
And how long have you, since childhood days?
Yes, let me go back, way back. If I'm going to go way back, I'm actually going to expose my age, but even when I was at school, I used to be a fitness fanatic. I used to take part in athletics at school.
Yes.
Long distance runner, 800 meters. And then after school, I was in, I'm by the way, I'm from Eldorado Park. I was born and bred in Aldos. And I was a road runner.
Okay.
I was doing 42 kilometers, 21. So I've been a fitness fanatic all my life. And then after school, I decided to do a course to become an aerobics instructor, which I've done. And I started my own aerobics classes at the Blue School. So those people that knows Eldorado Park, that knows the Blue School, that's where I had my aerobic classes. Yeah, for about 3 years. And then in 1992, I fell pregnant with my son. And then 2 years later, I got married. And then my vision and my passion stopped, because then I became a mom. And then I started focusing on being a mom, not realizing that I could do training, fitness, and being a mommy and a wife at the same time.
We just thought, let me just focus on the kids for now.
So I just focused on the kids, and I just buried my passion.
Yeah, and the marriage.
And newlyweds and all that. But I still went to the gym on a regular basis. But then in 2020, Candice, with COVID, I then decided to do something to revive my passion. And how it started, I actually had COVID. I had COVID and I was very ill. And I for 1 minute thought that I am not going to make it. That's how ill I was. And then I had to do introspection into my life and realize that, you know what, God is giving me a second chance to relive or to rewrite my story.
Yes.
And at the same time, after being sick, I remember that I went down and I prayed and I said, Lord, I was so sick, I thought I was not going to make it. I need to do introspection and go back to the drawing board and start living.
Yes.
Because I was so much for my family that I stopped living. I stopped doing the things that I loved and I wanted to do. And that's when, on the 17th of August, I said to my husband, I have this concept with COVID, everybody's under lockdown. I want to do something and keep the ladies, especially if I'm very passionate working with ladies. I want to keep the ladies active during COVID because everybody was on lockdown, and I started with my laptop. I created a link, right? And I invited 5 ladies for free, and we said we're going to do this thing for free. So for 12 weeks, we did it for absolutely free, and I saw there was a vision here, and I said, if I can see the ladies are so happy when they lose that 1 kilogram in 4 weeks or even 2, and this is something that I want to start. This is something that I want to do. I want to change women's perspective of their bodies.
Yes.
And I want to say, yes, you can be a mom and you can work full-time. Like Monica alluded, we're all working full-time. We're moms, but we still take care of our bodies. So that's where Gym Girls were born. And I can just say that God has taken Gym Girls from strength to strength. We're around about 18 girls now on Gym Girls. I do online training and I do personal training.
Okay, that's great.
That's how Gym Girls were born.
Awesome. And then Monica, you have been with Gym Girls for how many years now?
This is my 3rd year.
Your 3rd year. So I don't know, have you always been like into fitness, or what got you to Gym Girls?
I've always been fairly active. And, Janine alluded to what COVID did to us. So we were at home, we were just cooking, we were having cooking competitions and, I remember one day I always said to myself, I just want to look fab at 40, so that was my drive. I said, I want to feel good. Why can't I put on a swimsuit anymore?
Yeah.
And so I just said, I want to just be that 40 and older woman that feels good and looks good. And, earlier on I was thinking about, if we look at the society we're living in and this life that we are living, it's very sad. We have lost so many women that have deceased even before they could see their 40. And, and it's just a constant reminder to me that I've got to take care of myself. I want to see all my kids get married, grow up, we're enjoying our lives. I want to be there and I want to be present. And so for me, it's a very personal journey. I just, and just also, as much as I'm doing it for myself, Gym Girls also creates an opportunity for other women, and I also try and bring a lot of women on the journey with us, so that they can also feel good about themselves,
Definitely.
And but we just need it. We need it, body, mind. We need it to stay sane in, in the lives that we're living these days.
I think there's some, should I say misconceptions, when ladies get married and they have kids, they're like, it's fine now, I can just sit. I want to know from you, Janine, was that the vision that fueled you to start Gym Girls? What's the broader vision for you in Gym Girls?
What's my whole outlook when I look at how we as transform ourselves as Gym Girls? And there's a I don't know what word to use, but I think in our minds as women we become complacent when we married. Because my husband is happy with me the way I look, and then we stop looking after ourselves. And I think that's where we come in as older women, to say, you know what, you can still give your husband all the attention, and your children and the family members, whoever needs attention, but you need to take care of yourself. So if you look after yourself, you'll be in a better position to take care of everybody else. Because what happens with women, we stop living. And it's a fact, Candice. I've seen a lot of women that are saying, no, my husband is happy the way I look, but deep down, are you happy the way you look? Are you happy? Are you healthy? And it's more about being healthy, and you must have an understanding of the role of health and good nutrition and being physical active. And I think for us as Gym Girls, we need to identify the health risk
Yes.
that impact our daily lives.
Yes.
Sugar is a killer. We all know that if you take too much sugar, it impacts negative on you.
Yeah.
It impacts on your skin. You become obese. You don't have enough energy. So what we are saying as gym girls is that everything can change.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's about balancing your whole entire life. Because what happens, we have to make sure that we balance family first. That's my firm foundation. Family first, we need to work. Otherwise, if we don't work, we won't be able to support our families. And then obviously make time for yourself. Even if you don't join a gym, just be active. Just
Yeah.
go for walks. Do runs with friends. Go out with friends. Just be active out there, because it's so important that we understand as women that unfortunately we're not going to stay young forever.
Yes.
We're not going to stay young forever. And my motto is we need to embrace our unwavering strengths and the elegance that comes with womanhood. And being a woman, it's not easy. I mean, we have so many adversaries that we have to deal with as women on a daily basis. Some of us are in our 50s and we're going through menopause. Those are the other things that we need to deal with as women as well, because it's not an easy ride.
Yeah, like I think menopause is very scary. Like if I think of it, I'm like, yo, am I gonna grow a beard? I'm frightened of it. Like menopause, please stay that side. Like I'm even keeping track of my mom's. Like, mommy, when's your menopause? Like, because I want to know where I must expect it and how I can, make it come later on. Yeah.
And it's true, Candice, and it's something that we don't talk about. We don't speak about the things that we go through as women.
Yeah.
And as Gym Girls, we created the platform, and we are family. Like Monica alluded, it's not just about looking after our bodies, our mind, and the confidence. We create a network as women, and we reach out to each other in so many other aspects of our journey.
That's
so it's more than just our bodies.
Okay, beautiful. I like that. So Monica, you've been consistent with gymming, and I don't know how busy your life is, but can you tell me how you keep yourself motivated to go every day and how you juggle your life, work, wife, kids, all of that?
Yeah, I must say I've got a very, very demanding job. But I always say, listen, this is what we studied for, right? I wanted to be fairly successful as well. And it's not easy. Every night when I walk in, especially winter, I'll never forget last year on the coldest day of the year, I walked into Gym Girls and I was like, this is total loyalty.
Reward my loyalty.
And so for me, it's habit. Because even, you can say to yourself, okay, I'm not going today, but I'm going to start again next week, and then I'm going to. So it's tough. It's tough. Winter is here. It's so tough.
Yeah.
Everybody's switching their heaters on. We are
heating your bodies up.
We are like, okay,
exercising.
you know what? I've got to go.
Yeah.
And so it's also obedience. We often talk about the fact that people look at transformation and they say to me, but you've got time. There's only one kid left at home. I'm doing what everybody else is doing. We still have a spiritual life that we need to feed as well. I always say as well, my hubby works away, so I'm kind of like a single mom and everything else during the week as well. When something breaks, there's no one to help.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So
I see that.
it's also obedience in everything that we want. And I think it's a theme that I want to carry with me this year. There's just certain things that, you've got to be obedient to, and if you can start teaching yourself that, a lot of other things in life seems to start to fall in place as well, so it's not easy, but get up, just get up. So I love it when we, and I'll say it, women, wake up, get up, show up.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding. It really is rewarding.
Yeah. Showing up is someone said it's like a representation of how you see yourself.
Yes.
When you show up, you're showing up for yourself.
Yes.
And it's not something that someone else can do for you. Showing up is something that you can only do for yourself. Showing up to the gym, showing up to whatever, to church, showing up for your husband, your children, and managing all of those things.
And I think, just to add what Monica was saying, it's how you view yourself in life. I think we're all different,
Yes.
you know. And I always say that I am my greatest competitor. I compete against myself and nobody else.
Definitely, yes.
And the thing is this, I believe in the word called self-management skills. And I think that is so relevant to us as women, because we got all these things that we need to juggle. It's work, it's husband, it's children, it's still studies, and it's training, and still the issues, you know, family issues, they're always there. And so the thing is this, what I am trying to say is that we also need to balance our work life, because sometimes our work can be overrated. It can be overrated in the fact that we so much want to be successful, we so much want to make money and that we forget that we still have a body to take care of. And I always say that your greatest investment that you can do is in your health, because your health is your wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a healthy body, that money means nothing. So to the ladies out there, you know you're busy, try to balance everything. Make time for yourself, because you're never going to have time. But you need to make time for yourself.
And I think we overrate the concept of gym sometimes. So mentally, the way I cope with it is, it mustn't be a task. You know, so when we think about gym and time and everything and giving this part of it, it's very difficult for us, because we doubt. We're like, no, but there's no help for me. It mustn't, you know, and I always say to Janine, it mustn't be hard to come here.
Yes.
You know, we must remember that it's also it's that give back to yourself. You know, so I think when people talk about it and they're like, but it's difficult at gym, girls. It's not. The minute you've got the right mental state, it's easier to show up as well. So it's also what we train our thoughts as well. And if us as women, we can shift past that. You know, I always make the example to Janine and I say, guys, I never thought today I'd even have an honors, for example. You know, because I failed matric, you know. And for me, it was that the minute I told myself that, but you can do this. And then I got a degree, and when I looked again, I got my honors, and right now I'm going to start my MBA. And it's the same event like with gym. It says, can we tell ourselves that it's okay, we deserve it? And not everything is so hard. There's so many hardships and stuff that we achieve in this life that we're living. You know, we shouldn't make it so difficult when it becomes about self-investment.
Yes, investing into your own body. Definitely. So Janine, I'm going to go into what you teach in Gym Girls, you know, how your lessons go and stuff like that. But before that, I want to know, with pageantry, why did you think that you could relate pageantry with Gym Girls?
You know, that is so important when you look at the girls that enter into these beauty competitions. And there's a lot of body shaming out there, and they all think that everybody needs to be skinny and everybody needs to be a certain skin color. And I'm saying to everybody out there, because what happens, I've started with Gilbert last year with Miss Class 2023, where I went out and I spoke to the young ladies about looking after their mind, their body and their spirit. You know, it's so important that we train our women, especially women that are involved in beauty contest.
Yes.
Right? Because they want to look like the girls in the magazines, and somebody will tell them that they're not beautiful enough or they're not good enough. And what I stand for is that don't let anybody tell you that you're not good enough. You can be anything you want to be. Who says, you know, that's my favorite song by Selena Gomez, who says that you can't be anything that you want to be. So with me as the founder of Gym Girls, I want to invest into our youth and into our young ladies specifically when it comes to their bodies. Because sometimes they are not taught that this temple that God has given us, you need to take care of it from a young age. You are worthy. And And I think for me, what's so relevant to what I'm doing with Gym Girls is the fact that I can go out there and I can make a difference, and I can take my skills and my knowledge and impart it on everybody that needs to know that everything, like our motto is strong mind, healthy body, inner confidence. And I know we all struggle with our minds.
Yeah.
We can be committed, but if the mind says, like Monica said, you're tired today, you'll start next week. Or no, you're not going to practice today, you're not going to study today because the mind tells you otherwise.
Yeah.
So my message is to all our beauty queens out there is that you can be anything. And Gym Girls is a living testimony of that.
Okay.
That we stand for. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're not worthy enough and that you're not good enough. We're all good enough regardless of our imperfections. And that's the message that I want to say out there to our pageantry ladies is that it's a nice thing to invest and give back to the community as Gym Girls. And I think if you look at what we've done a week ago with the Miss Inter pageant and as well as Miss Class yesterday, people are eager to learn. And I think the reason why a lot of our youngsters perish is because of a lack of knowledge. And it's important that we that out there that knows give back to the communities, because not everybody has the time or the money to go to these events where you need to pay to go and hear how you need to look after your body. And I think as the founder of Gym Girls, it's important for me to give back to the community, and I love doing it.
Yes, definitely.
I love doing it.
Yeah, and teaching these young girls what you have learned, you know, in your experience.
Yes.
And then I want to know, how did you learn about Pageant Perspective Podcast? How did you get to
How did I get to it? Oh, Gilbert Lawrence is our star. You know, I work with Gilbert since Gym Girls. He's the one that did our photo shoot for Gym Girls, where we every year we have a body transformation photo shoot as Gym Girls, and I think it's the 3rd year. That will be the 4th year, and that's how I get to learn of the expertise and work that Gilbert does, and he introduced me into pageantry. And I think these podcasts are necessary, Candice.
Yes.
I mean, I listen to all the podcasts, trust me, and it's so informative and it's so relevant, and I think this is important for our beauty queens, former or post beauty queens, all those youngsters, young girls that are looking up to want to become Miss South Africa or you know, or Miss Teen, and if they see how other women speaks on this podcast about how they started, it wasn't the first win. You know, you always start and then you fall down and then you try and you keep on trying. That's how I became aware. Also Facebook. I watched it on Facebook, but I was introduced by Gilbert.
Okay,
on
beautiful.
And
then who forced you to be here? I'm kidding. How did Monica get to be here?
No, very willingly.
Very willingly.
I'm very passionate about what Coach Janine does.
Okay.
And I'm very passionate about also, you know, as women, we've got to lift each other's crowns.
Yeah.
And, you know, her passion and her investment in us. And remember, you know, above everything else, behind the scenes, she's got 18 women WhatsApping her when they're at their lowest.
Sure.
And she comes and, you know, I mean,
she comes
miraculously,
them,
she can just pick. We've each got a different story to tell about our journey with Janine. So I'm also just here to lift her crown as well, you know, and support her vision, because I fully believe
that's beautiful.
In what she's doing.
I love the sisterhood.
Yes.
So Janine, someone new, when they come into and they're like, hey, I wanna join Gym Girls, what's the program that you take them through?
Okay, firstly, when you either call me or you send me a WhatsApp, the first thing that I will ask you is that why do you want to join Gym Girls? Because the thing is this, if I'm very goal driven.
Yes.
So when you come onto my program, I want to know whether you're serious or not. I don't want your money. I want to see you change and transform to become the best version of yourself.
Yes.
So for me I want to know, this is what I bring to the table. But before I tell you what I bring to the table, let me hear what you want me to help you with. So I will hear from the lady's perspective is that, Janine, I am unhealthy. I am diabetes, I have hypertension, I can't sleep, I'm low on energy, my drive is gone, I have a low self-esteem, I need my confidence. I don't like myself. When I see myself in the mirror, then I said, okay, you're in the best place ever. That's where my passion lies. Then what I do is then I start off with a body assessment. That's where I now assess you. And when I always say, is that we all have different body types. Like, for example, I am an endomorph.
Yes.
Okay, you're not too bad, so I will call you a mesomorph. She's also a mesomorph, and then you get the ladies that are a little bit extra overweight, which is an ectomorph. So it's important that we understand our body types.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand your body type, you will not be able to complete my program. So I give the ladies all the knowledge that they need to know to start my program. So you start off with a body assessment. Once we are done with the body assessment, we take your measurements.
Okay.
And then I work through what you need to eat, because it's 80% nutrition and 20% exercise. So I tell the ladies, and they're like sitting, oh, coach, I never knew. So what's important, it's nutrition, Candice. And I think you can go to the gym every day.
Yeah.
And you can train for 5 years or even more. But if you don't get the nutrition right, you will never see the change with your body, and the confidence will never come back. That's why you'll see people fall off the wagon after a year. They say, I'm going to the gym, but I don't see. They don't understand that it starts with nutrition. So I teach my ladies, you start with the food. That's why when they're on my group, is they post their meals.
Okay.
I want to know what you had for breakfast. I want to know your snack. I need to know. So every 4 weeks, we then weigh in. 4 weeks, we weigh in, and then we say, okay, happiness. And, the joy on their faces makes me happy. And that's what drives me as the coach of gym girls, is the transformation. And they'll say, Coach, I'm off my cholesterol tablets. I'm no more type 2 diabetes. It's because of the eatings and the activities that we do. And I must say, I'm going to ask Monica to speak about my training. I do concentrate on strength training, weight training, functional, and body sculpting. My training is quite severe, but I work out a schedule for beginners, intermediaries, and advanced program. Monica is more one of the advanced stages. So my program, you can either do my training online via Teams. My online training is 45 minutes, Monday to Thursday, and as well as my personal training. Also Monday, I got one lady that trains 5 days a week. The rest trains either 3 days or 4 days a week. It depends on your lifetime, whether you have time and on the cost. Because there are costs involved. I'm not doing it for free, Candice.
Yes.
Gym Girls, unfortunately, it's my company that I invest in. That's my vision and my purpose. I do give back to the community, where I go out and I do free work. Like yesterday, I went out to Miss Class 2020, where I do activities with the girls. But my costs are, go onto my Facebook page and go see what I do. I love what I do. So my programs are very easy. It's all about nutrition and activities that we do. And you can either train online or personal training. And we do the way. And what's also nice about us as gym girls, we work like hard from January until December. And then every year we have a body transformation photo shoot, where the ladies will then show off. We ask Gilbert to come in, and he takes beautiful pictures of the ladies. And I must say, that's a confident driver.
Yeah,
and if you see the passion and the excitement in the ladies, the fact that some of them lost 15 kilos, others lost 12, and I just want Monica to share how much she lost during her journey as gym girls.
Okay, so
when I started my journey, I think I was about 73.9.
Sure.
My goal weight for myself was like 65. Coach's weight goal for myself is 62.
Okay.
So I'm currently at 63.9.
Wow.
So I'll give her 62 as a birthday gift this year.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
So I've lost the 10 Ks that I initially came into the program for, and so now I'm just enjoying the maintenance part of it. And the eating part, it becomes a way of life.
Yes.
And they eased me into it, so you don't immediately have to throw everything out of the fridge.
Yeah.
But I find that even when I go shopping, it's a way of life. There's, you don't even some things just become normal. And what's amazing is that even my family now, it's norm for us to eat in a specific way. So I always say, guys, we're not dieting. We're just eating. And then I always say, ons eet lekker.
Yes.
So I think the misconception also is, I always hear the ladies, especially when we get invited, or you go, then people say, oh, but you must dieting, hey. So I didn't make anything that I'm like, nee, ons eet lekker.
It's like because I also have like a quite good weight. So when I go to family functions and then we buying and stuff, it's like, yeah, kijk mos your figure. I'm like,
yes.
No, I'm also eating like you guys.
Yeah, we eat that.
Yeah, we do eat
We
that.
just don't eat that all the time.
Yeah, don't tell me I'm doing extra place.
Yes.
And I think, Candice, can I just add, when it comes to food, it's important that you know that what you need to be in your plate. I just want to cover that, if you will allow me.
Yes, because I was going to ask.
What's important in your plate, you must have your 3 macronutrients, which is your carbs and your protein and your healthy fats. And a lot of people think that you should take out carbohydrates out of your diet. You need your carbohydrates because it's an energy source.
Okay, ladies, so for someone that's, at home, that thinks about, maybe I should do something about my weight, but they're discouraged and they feel like maybe it's a bit too late. Monica, what advice would you give to them?
It's never too late. It's just never too late. Now is the right time.
Yeah.
The time is now. The time for self-investment is now. The time for longevity is now.
Yeah.
There is no age. We always laugh at gym girls and we say, yes, ons is baie aunties.
And if you don't mind me, how old? Can you just share how old you are? But
I'm currently 43.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
Beautiful.
And so it's never too late. You're never too big to make a change.
Yeah.
It's just about obedience and time. So, and just be your own kind of beautiful.
Beautiful, awesome. Thank you, Monica. And Coach?
Okay, Coach, I'm 53, Candice. Yeah, no, it's an awesome journey. Like Monica said, it's never too late to start. Just start. That notion, I'm going to start next week, Monday, and then Monday happens, and then, oh no, there's another excuse. I don't have gear. I don't have the meals. I don't have the money. You will always have an excuse. So what I'm saying, start with what you have. I always say, what's in your cupboard?
Yeah.
Cost of living is high, Candice, and we understand that people are going through difficulties now with our economical realities that we are faced in our country. And I say, start with what you have in your cupboard.
Yeah.
Now, what I do with some of the ladies, and I want to say this to the ladies out there, work with what you have in your cupboard. You don't have to go fancy. Like I said, it's 80% nutrition. Just start. If you don't have money to join gym girls or do online or personal training, start walking. Just do activities around the home to be active. But stop sitting. Stop having excuses. Do introspection into your own life and say, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing it for nobody else. Because if you're going to do it for yourself, it's going to come naturally.
True. That's very true.
Yeah.
Janine, thank you so much. Monica, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much, Candice, for having
Great pleasure from me, Candice Freeman, and to our audience. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, and share. And to all of those who do watch us, thank you so much. We really appreciate your support. From the Pageant Perspective Podcast and Gym Girls, it's bye.
Bye-bye, guys.